You've seen the Lambos, the yachts, the lavish parties. That's how some people show off success. But here's the truth no one talks about. The real life of a successful business owner isn't always exciting. It's repetitive, it's focused, and honestly, it's a little boring.
This is the realistic day in the life of a $3 million a year business.
My mornings start early, not because I'm trying to prove something, but because there's work to do. The quiet drive gives me a chance to think about what needs to be done. This is one of my favorite times of the day. Quiet, calm, and peaceful. It's not an exciting commute, but it's the start of another productive day. Working out is a discipline I've built over the years. It's more than just a habit now. It's a part of who I am. It keeps me healthier, and in turn, it makes me feel good, both physically and mentally. That discipline, that consistency, it doesn't just stay in the gym. It carries over into other parts of my life, including work. That's why I keep showing up, because I know the power of momentum, and I'm not willing to lose it. After the gym, it's time to go straight into work. These early hours are when I can focus without distractions, reviewing reports, answering emails, and setting priorities. When people picture millionaires, they think of boardrooms and deals, but most of the time, it looks just like this. Just me, my computer, and the grind.
So today I know my main focus is going to be just gathering the information and data from our top selling SKUs. And I worked out first because I feel like that loosens me up. It removes a lot of the tension and it just makes me feel better. So I worked out maybe for like half an hour. After that, I changed shirts. I'm now going through all the top selling SKUs and gathering the cost of goods. I'm gathering the sales data. I'm gathering a lot of the information that we're going to use in order to adjust some of the images, the listing itself. So to ultimately increase the impressions, increase the click-through rate, and increase the conversions overall. Because, I mean, more context, I know now we have a large catalog of inventory, so now it's a matter of making it better so it could start selling more.
And how many SKUs do you guys have?
In total, we have roughly, from what I see on Amazon, over 15,000 SKUs, but we're only going to be focusing on the top 1,000 because it doesn't make sense to focus on SKUs that sometimes sell and sometimes they don't, and some haven't even sold, so it doesn't make sense to focus on those. It only makes sense to focus on our top selling SKUs and work our way from that.
Right now, I'm focused on organizing and reviewing labels. Attaching these labels to the product is a new step we're introducing, and it's going to make a big difference in the overall quality. That's why in the beginning, I like to be very hands-on when implementing something important and new. It's all about making sure everything is set up the right way from the start, because those small details can have a huge impact.
So right now I am printing out installation specific instructions for each product that we just sold, and that's just to make it easier for the customer to be able to install. It's kind of time consuming, so I mean it's the first few weeks that we're doing it. I know we're going to try to find a better way and a faster way of doing it, more efficient way, but as of now, sacrifice a little bit of time for the benefit of the customer. Hopefully that will make it a better customer experience. Hopefully it'll increase the reviews, and hopefully that'll increase the sales.
After the labels, I had a meeting where we talked about the need to make some adjustments to improve our offer. That's why I sat down with Luis and Isa to give them context and clarity on what changes we need to make and how we're going to move forward.
What do you gotta do over here?
Right here, I'm just going to plan out what it is that I'm going to say to them.
Basically how you prepare for the meeting?
Just for this one. Just for this one. So right now, I'm just going to give them some examples and give them a little bit of context as to what it is that I'm thinking. Because that's the one thing that I've realized and have noticed, that I'm essentially obsessed with this. This is on YouTube. I'm in the bathroom on YouTube regarding essentially business, how to make more sales, how to increase the conversions, how to increase the impressions. I digest so much content that sometimes when I try to explain to them, it's a little bit hard because I have to give a little bit of context as to what it is that I saw to kind of try to articulate that to them. So right now I'm gonna just look for some examples right now of some of the things that we're gonna start doing and reasonings behind it. In March, my brother and I are going to Vegas, not for fun, but for their workshops, their Hermosi workshops. They sell more of the non-tangible stuff. Without doing anything new, any business can drive growth by doing more of what they're doing, or do what they're currently doing better. But off the top of your head and off what was said, which one do you think it makes more sense to focus on? The images. And I know are ways to A/B test. It'll be different. So how do we know what type of images to do? Knowing that maybe your thought is different, at least your thought is different, and then maybe someone else's, my thought, it might be different. So that is something that we are going to focus on, the click-through rate. And so we are going to do some tests. I know right now it's the first day back. Yeah, so I briefly went over some of the things that we're going to start doing in order to increase the revenue or grow the business. We've been doing a lot of volume, just increasing the amount of products and SKUs that we do have. I know we have standard images, standard titles, standard products listings overall. But one of the things that we are realizing and are seeing is that we have such a large volume, but I think we have a lot of room for improvement when it comes to actually making the images better so people click on it and actually making the listing a lot better. So yeah, I went over it with them, and I gave them what we're going to be focusing on, which is going to be increasing the click-through rate. Because by doing that, it's just a numbers game. It's also going to increase the conversion rate for that. You want some Starbucks, Jake? Yeah? Okay, cool. Okay. Hello? Can you guys hear me on that end?
Yeah.
Okay, it's the new year. It's cold. So write down what you guys want from Starbucks in the group chat.
Write down or send it in the group?
Okay, sending it out.
Okay.
Jesus, so specific. You know what I meant.
We could afford the flashy things, luxury cars, boat trips, and cross-country vacations, but that's not what we value. Instead, we invest in the people who make this business run. Something as small as the Starbucks run can boost morale and remind the team we're all in this together. These moments of connection are what build a strong culture, and for us, culture is everything.
I thought you were going to tell the team.
After the coffee break, it's back to the desk. This time, I'm diving deeper into metrics and operations, analyzing sales data, tracking inventory, and making sure everything aligns with our goals. It's all about staying ahead of the curve and making informed decisions. These are the moments where the real work of scaling a business happens. It's not flashy, but it's what makes the difference between success and failure.
I'm gonna make sure that, I know right now we're receiving shipments, but I'm gonna go ahead and check and open them, because last time, you remember we received the books?
Yeah.
Shipments are the lifeline of our business. When deliveries come in, I make sure everything runs smoothly. From inventory checks to unpacking new products, every box represents an opportunity to deliver value to our customers, but it's what keeps everything moving forward.
Last time we received it was shipment, and it was books. This one, it looks like the almost. Okay, it's a good one. It's and it doesn't have the protective layer, so we're gonna be able to go through a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right now we're going to go to lunch because it's 11:30. I know it might seem early, but I know we came in at what, 4:30.
Yeah.
So it's about a lunchtime.
Lunch isn't just a chance to eat, it's a chance to connect with my brother. Whether it's sharing a laugh or talking about the day's progress. These small moments remind me that this business isn't just about me, it's about the people who make it happen every day.
All right, Juan, it's roughly around 12. Usually is this your usual schedule? So
Roughly between 11:30 to 12:30. Okay, so right now one of the things I want to do is I want to time myself. See how fast I can finish a Chipotle burrito, because I tend now to eat fast and then just go back fast. I know usually people take 30 minutes, but I take 6-7 minutes, go back to work. Then I do need to use the restroom, but 6 minutes. More than anything, it's not because of the time, it's just more that I'm in the zone. And so right now I'm just gonna go back to work and make the business grow. Just occasionally, there's some meetings here and there with individuals. Like I know I had one with Luis and Isa together regarding the listings. I had one with Cindy, who was in charge of the production in regards to the FBA. So that's pretty much working on the core of what I need to work on, which right now it's the products, the listings, and then meetings with people, not just updates, but essentially seeing where everyone's at and what needs to get done, and then just going from there.
The afternoon is all about execution. This is when I check on sales trends, adjust strategies, and coordinate with suppliers. It's a balancing act between handling immediate tasks and keeping an eye on long-term goals. The work may feel repetitive, but it's the consistency that keeps the business running smoothly. Every hour spent here is an investment in our growth.
So I know right now there's a little bit of confusion and lack of clarity on what it is that everyone needs to do or what the focus is in, and that's on my end for not giving the insight, context, and clarity. So one of the things that we're gonna do tomorrow, aside from overviewing the change in, you could say, the metric sheet. So we're gonna go over the change in the metric sheet, but we're also gonna give some clarity to everyone. So the first one is, and the most important thing that in the business that the focus is going to be on, is the focus in the marketing. And at the beginning is going to be creating better thumbnails, meaning better images and better titles to increase that click-through rate. So for the people that view it, seeing it, clicking on it. The next one is going to be FBA, figuring that out. Do we need help from people that are already in here? And if we do, great. And do we need more help if we want to finish by a certain time? And so once there's clarity and once we know that there's a path, we could go ahead and go on that path and just sprint.
So that's gonna happen tomorrow, huh?
That's gonna happen tomorrow. Even though it's the new year, it feels like the end of the year.
It does. Yep.
So, but I know starting off next week, we're gonna take off sprinting. And not that we don't want to, because I think we're already sprinting, but just giving everyone guidance and a path to run to.
By the end of the day, it's not about the flashy wins. It's about progress. The reality of success is that it's built one quiet, focused day at a time. And for me, that's enough.
I know that certain people have different perception of what it means to be an entrepreneur. Now, there's not one thing or something that defines being an entrepreneur, a lifestyle. There's nothing that defines it. But for us, in our experience, and we'll talk from our experiences, it really, once you get to the stage of, right now we're currently doing $3 million a year in revenue and continuing to grow, it really is boring. You know the things that you had to work on, and it tends to be boring, and so you just have to work on those every single day. There's really not much change per se. We're not having different things like the ones that you might see on social media. It's really just, I sit on my desk, work on the things I need to do. I have a couple of meetings a day on what it is that, whether it be the focus, whether it be the performance of an individual, or different things. There's nothing really fancy about it. It's just doing the boring work, doing the legwork, and that's pretty much it. At least for us. It might be different for you, so I don't want to speak on behalf of everyone, but for us, in our experience, that's what being an entrepreneur is currently looking like. It may change in the future, but as it is now, that's what it is. And so now, right after work, I am going to go home and I am going to take my son to the park. He gets excited when I get home because that means that I take him to the park. So go back home and then call it a day. Pretty simple, pretty standard. Something that I enjoy. It brings fulfillment in me, and good day overall. Boring, long, fun at the same time with my son, but good day overall.
Success isn't what most people think it is. It's not yachts, parties, or lavish purchases. It's the quiet, repetitive work that no one sees. And for me, that's what makes it meaningful. Building a business, supporting a team, and making progress every day. That's the day in the life of a successful business owner.